And we are live. Welcome to the Christian Whistleblower channel. I am Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, your happy contrarian, coming to you live from the heartland of America, straight to your heart, we hope. I'm here in Oz. I am a wizard, so I guess that makes me the wizard from Oz, but it's different this time. We're not going to the Emerald City. We're going to the City of Enlightenment, and there's no curtains. So come on back and find out how it's done, how to unindoctrinate yourself, guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, be your own guru. My shirt has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it might do some funky things with the green screen. So don't feel like I've shape-shifted. Or maybe if you're one of those people that likes to make mean videos about me, you can show me shape-shifting live and in person. I had to take care of some business today, driver's license, concealed carry, license plates, all that stuff. So we have been busy. Kenny asked who gives a thumb down before it even starts. Well, that happens quite a lot, Kenny. And who was it that said, who was it? She said it like 7 minutes till, says, where's Jeff? Do you sit around in front of the TV 7 minutes before the top of the hour and ask where Oprah is? Of course not. Not scheduled to start until 7. Where's Jeff at 7 till? Of course, I'm joking with you. Nice to see, pardon me, nice to see everybody here. I got cut off a bunch of people at the top, sorry. But Joyce Marie is here. Just a Friend's here. Dwayne Blyer is here. Nice to see you. The aforementioned She Said It, impatient one. Breaking Dawn, Deborah L. Smith. Nice to see her. The omnipresent Tracy Dyer, Kenny, Les Paul, Leica Spod. I don't know if I've seen you before. If I have missed you, I'm sorry. Jama is in the house. Mark Center Saint is also in the house. Karen Steele, Kenny, Laura, Jennifer Thamesh. Hello from Garden Plain, Kansas. I don't think I've seen you before either. Nice to see you. And Stop the Presses, yo, Rocky Stucci, shut up, is in the house. Constantly Watching is also here. I don't know what I ate, but it kind of tickled my throat just a little bit. Beth Roper, JD, nice to see all of you here. Sunday night, we will have the return of Shut Up and Listen. Jeffrey Daugherty, Rocky Stucci, coming at you, soon to be nationally syndicated. Rachel Ferris, nice to see you. Recording artist, actress, all around super lady, Rachel Ferris. Nice to see her here. Mama Chaos. And as Rocky says, let's just bring it in for a big group hug. And again, sorry about the weirdness with this shirt. I'm not really sure what that is, but it, I guess there's a little bit of a sheen on this shirt. And, you know, it kind of throws things off just a little bit. But big show tomorrow. We got some interesting things as we drove down to get our licenses and etc. We passed a Indian massacre site. We passed a Civil War battlefield. We're going to grab the rods, go back down tomorrow, as Robert Stanley's texting me, and do some rod work there at those sites and show you some things about those battles. Amazing, amazing stuff. Looking forward to that. I think it's going to be very, very fun and very interesting, and maybe even a very humbling, as we may make some contact with some spirits that are still in the area, see if they'd like to move on. If they don't, see if they have any wisdom or cuss words they'd like to share with us. Better to have your throat tickled than your ears tickled. No ear tickling here, y'all, says Mark Center Saint. That's good. That's good. And those of you who are wondering, the ESETI Ranch event got canceled. There was a tragedy in my, I won't say my family, but in my acquaintances, there's a tragedy here. Rex had something that happened that I can't disclose that is not in the tragedy category. And then another person involved with it also had a tragedy in their life, multiple ones. So it just obviously wasn't the weekend. They're working on rescheduling that for the ESETI Ranch. So that's why I'm here. And this is actually bonus coverage. So we're glad to bring it to you. Warning against false Christs and prophets. Why? I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. This will be part one of this series. And the question is, why is this warning about false Christs and false prophets issued? And why is it issued so emphatically? And why is it issued in the kind of weird language that it's issued in? So let's take a quick look at the scriptures. And, I, again, 100,000 hours of studying the biblical text, 20 years as a minister, Bible college graduate. And by my estimations, ladies and gentlemen, the Bible has maybe 2% of diamond in it. The rest of it is dung. But it's a fascinating study and a very profitable study because it literally is, and I'm not trying to use any evangelistically speaking words. I'm not trying to puff you at all. It literally is the game plan for how the enemy, the adversary, means to destroy us, and if not destroy us, keep us from becoming all that we are and all that we can be, and really all that we should be. And this, of course, is part of the eschatology craziness, but we're going to look at it from a different point of view here and just look at the warning about false Christs and false prophets. And as we always do, and I've never seen anybody else do this, it's kind of what we do. It's kind of what I do. It's what we're here for. It's what you're here for. It's what I'm here for. And very nice to see all of you in the chat room. Always honored and humbled. You think, oh, well, yeah, he sees that, us every day, doesn't care. Not true. Very, very excited and very, very honored to have each and every one of you. The shimmer gives me an angelic look, says constantly watching. That's not from the shirt. That's just me. So angelic, like a veritable skinny cherub. So anyway, folks, let's take a look as I'll give you a chance to stop laughing. All right, here we go. 4, ladies and gentlemen, false Christs or messiahs shall appear. And look at this word, pseudo-Christos. Now, you know that this word means anointing. You know that this word means consecration. You know that this word means the flow. Well, you don't know if you haven't been here before, and some of you haven't been here before, so check this out. Christos doesn't mean the anointed one. That's commentary. Doesn't mean the Messiah. That's commentary. Doesn't mean the Christ. That's commentary. What it means is anoint. It's from 5548, which means to anoint. I'll try to use my inside voice. This word means the anointing, the consecration, and the flow as we go deeper into the word. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're seeing here is that I lost my place. Here it is. We're talking about a pseudo-Christos. We're talking about a false, which is pseudo, anointing, a false anointing, a false consecration, a false flow. And that takes it into a whole new direction, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? When you read a false Christ, for there will be false Christs, that makes you think, oh, here's a person that comes and says they're Jesus or comes and says they're a Messiah. But no. It doesn't really mean that at all. Now, that could happen. But what this is really saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that there will be a pseudo anointing, a pseudo consecration, a false anointing, ladies and gentlemen. And that in this false anointing, ladies and gentlemen, things will be done. But we get ahead of ourselves. So there's going to be a false anointing. There's going to be a false consecration. There's going to be a false flow, false power, ladies and gentlemen. And now notice the difference, because we think, oh, false Christ, people preaching and telling us they're Jesus. No, false anointing. And in addition to false anointing, there will also be false prophets, people who use a false anointing to teach in God's name that which is false. Think of that. Let the depth of that. We're in a big rainstorm here right now in Kansas. Let the depth of that rain down on you. Let yourself just get soaked by the enormity of that statement. There will be people with false anointing, false consecration, false flow, false charisma, who will be able to look you in the eye and teach you in the name of what is holy things that are false. Wow. Just that little bit changes the whole paradigm of this verse. And tonight, 9 p.m., Consequential Rapscallions with Rocky, not with Rocky Stucci. Although, Rocky, if you're not working tonight, you can join Scotty Roberts and I. For false Christs and false prophets will appear, false anointing and people that say false things. They will appear. They will rise up. They will wake up seemingly from nowhere. They'll just come around. Here they are. Boop. They will rise up. And, ladies and gentlemen, they will do what? They'll perform. They will perform. And what will they perform? They will perform great, big, expansive, amazing signs. They will show miracles. They will show indications that they are true. They will have marks and tokens of truth and reality. They'll have some gimmick. They'll have some shtick. They'll have something, a mark, a brand. They'll have something unique that sets them apart because they're drawing attention to themselves, essentially. And they have something that comes from something other than truth, and they're bringing it to you. So it's not necessarily healing the sick, raising the dead, giving the eyes of the blind sight again, although it could be. It's as small as having a niche, a brand, a catchphrase, something that's uniquely there, something that's cool that catches your eye, something that makes you, tune in to them. A gimmick is what we really could say, that they'll have a gimmick. They don't have the true anointing. They've got the false one. They're using what seems to be true and holy to teach you things that aren't true. And they're going to have some slick gimmicks. And they'll also, folks, be able to do wonders and marvels. Come out of nowhere. If we put it in the YouTube arena, grow great big channels, have great big conferences, do amazing things, miraculous wonders, things that elicit a reaction from onlookers. That's what the word actually means. Something that elicits a reaction from onlookers. More depth, more understanding of what this is really about. So let's take a breath real quickly. Those with a false anointing, a false consecration, a false flow, will come and use what is supposedly holy to teach error. They're going to have really slick gimmicks, and they're going to be able to do some pretty cool things. And that, if it were possible, but we have to read what the Greek says, not what the text says, because this says they would deceive the elect if that were possible. Is that what it really means? Is that what it really means? Watch what happens when you go into the Greek itself. So they're showing these signs, they're showing these wonders that would, we'll look at these word by word, so as to, therefore. Folks, this isn't a question. This is an emphatic statement. They're going to use this false anointing. They're going to use these false words with holy trappings. They're going to use their gimmicks so as to, because they're planning to. So then, because they're gonna, therefore, because it will happen. This is not an if, this is a when. Follow me. So they're going to use things that will cause to wander. They will cause people to wander. They will lead people astray. They will deceive people. They will get people off course They will get people deviating from the correct path, roaming around in error, wandering, being passive, and being misled. Will do it, not might do it. Who might this be? Even, ladies and gentlemen, which means also, so it's not just dummies that are going to get led astray, but also the elect, the favorites, the chosen out, the elect, those chosen by the gods for the rendering of special service. Those that are really divine, sovereign, and free can get carried away and deceived by this false anointing, by this shtick and cool presentation, by the lying words couched in holy things. They can be deceived, led astray, even the elect. Oh, Jeff, but it says if that were possible. Again, we've already seen up here where it means it is possible. Now look what this means. Even the strong, even the mighty, even the powerful are going to be taken under this delusion. Literally rendered, this says, and we've just seen it, there will be those with a false anointing that will be speaking false words in the name of all that is holy, that will have cool gimmicks and will be able to do amazing things that will deceive the elect, even the strong and the powerful. That's what it says. So why do you think this warning was given? Is it diamond? It's not diamond. This is not a diamond verse. But Jeff, how could it be? This is not a diamond verse. And I'll show you why it's not. This verse is one of those verses where the enemy, our adversary, is telling us what they're going to do and building into their plan plausible deniability. When they stand before the courts of the universal truth, whatever and whenever and wherever those are, they will be able to say, look, we told these people exactly what we were going to do. We told these people exactly how we were going to do it, and they went along with it. Why are we on trial? Why aren't they on trial? And if I'm a lawyer, if I'm a judge, that's a very compelling argument. Watch what I'm talking about. I'm going to prove it to you. This isn't diamond. This is a dung verse written by our adversary, by our enemy. Look at this right here. See, I have told you in advance. I have told you that we're going to bring a false anointing against you. I have told you we're going to bring slick packaging of wrong and damaging words. I've told you that we're going to have great gimmicks and we're going to do cool stuff. And I've told you that we're going to be so good that even your elect, even your strongest and most powerful are going to be deceived. I've told you we're going to do it. See? I've told you. I've told you in advance that we're going to do it. See? I have told you in advance. I have said it beforehand. I have forewarned it. And unless you think I'm crazy, watch that. I have declared and told you plainly. They've declared and told us plainly what they're going to do to us. Just ban Teddy Spaghetti. Ban, hide user on this channel, please. Declare it. Tell them plainly. They've done it. They've told us. They've declared to us. And this gets into, verse 26 gets into part 2 that we're going to go into tomorrow. So, ladies and gentlemen, false anointing will empower false teachers with great gimmicks and cool stuff that are going to be so good and so powerful, they're going to cause to wander. They're going to cause to go into error. Even some of you that are divine, sovereign, and free, some of you that are very, very powerful. And they told you they were coming for you in advance. And now I've told you that they're coming for you in advance, not to scare you, but to encourage you to be hyper vigilant, to encourage you to keep asking questions, to encourage you to keep questioning answers. Yeah, I say a lot of things that are cool little catchphrases, but they're not just cool little catchphrases. They're exhortations, they're encouragements, they're smoke signals. I'm texting you, I'm hitting you up, letting you know, hey, watch out. You're divine, you're sovereign, you're free, you're a threat. They're not going to waste their time on people that aren't a threat. They're going to marshal their forces because they're limited at those of us that do have the means to oppose them. But the great thing is they've told us before, so now we know, and we can take appropriate action. They can't take us down unless we let them take us down. They can't fool us unless we allow them to fool us. They can't do anything to us unless we allow them to do it. But may I suggest that we take this warning, that we take the fact that there is opposition, and that we use it for celebration, that we use it for encouragement, that we use it for motivation, because it means we're on the right track. If you're not going the right way, ain't nobody going to stop you from continuing to go the way you're going. But when you are going the right way, the forces of your adversary are going to try to trip you up. So be encouraged when things aren't always easy. You're not much of a cowboy if you're not taking a few arrows. So cowgirl up. See, sure did that weird thing. And get ready to ride. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back at 9 p.m. with the one, the only Scotty Roberts, and we'll be here for the Consequential Rapscallions presentation. I think maybe I'll let Scotty pepper me with his Enoch questions. Maybe we'll have a good discussion about Enoch and the Watchers and the book of Enoch tonight. And maybe we won't, but I'm guarantee you we'll have a great time. Until then, again, I appreciate you so much for being here. I do consider it an honor for each of you to take your time out. We appreciate your presence. We appreciate your support. We ask you to continue to subscribe to this channel and make sure you're still subscribed, because many have been unsubscribed unknowingly. Go to my website, jeffreydaugherty.com. Find out about these bracelets. I don't wear them just because they look cool. I wear them because they put me in the original Schumann resonance. They give me a nice, stable place from which to come. And I think they help me unindoctrinate myself, just like the Focus Life Force energy. It's so powerful. You can see it radiating off my shirt. That's the high conscious energy field that I sit in because of the Focus Life Force energy. Look at it. It's radiating off my shirt. Don't you want some of that too? It's free for 30 days. Check it out. JeffreyDaugherty.com, upper right-hand corner, Focus Life Force Energy, and also Mystic. Boom. Be here at 9 p.m. for the Consequential Rapscallions. And remember, they warned us. Let's thank them for their warning, and let's use it for motivation, because we, ladies and gentlemen, are divine. We are sovereign. We are free. We're the last generation of real humans, and we are well able to take this land. Until next time, Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, thanking you for being here and encouraging you to unindoctrinate yourself.